Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to Mercury Farms. It's late in the evening, but finally one of our fields have turned, and actually just about all of them have turned. If we go to our map screen, you can see right here the tree field is ready. This field's ready, and this one is too. This one will be ready next day. This is the one we seeded and took care of last episode. So, yeah, I just planned on, let's see, we got a couple hours before nightfall. If I can hit the right keys here, we can get started harvesting. So we got some soybeans to harvest right here. At least get one of these fields kind of maybe turned over this evening. So I figured, why not the tree farm? The tree field. It's just soybeans, so it's, you know, we're not going to get a great yield off of it. So it's not going to take a lot of time of unloading, loading up, and all that fun stuff. The only question I have is, does this field need anything before we reseed it? If it does, then we'll probably have to wait until the next day-ish. But why not get started on harvesting some soybeans? The price right now is right around $900. So, as far as soybeans go, I think that's a pretty good price. But it seems to be the sunflowers are the crop of choice on this map for some reason. But right now we're harvesting some soybeans. Our money has gone up thanks to the rabbits and the greenhouses that we have. But I think I've kind of made up my mind where I want to go with the farm. So I think our first step we'll be doing, probably in this episode, is we'll be buying the field up by the BGA. The grass field. And for now, we'll just be harvesting the grass off of that and probably putting it into the BGA for silage, and we'll be selling some silage in the future, which means we'll get some digestate, which means we can fertilize the fields with some digestate. We'll make money from the silage, of course, and eventually that will be a cornfield, which means we'll be buying a forage harvester in the future, all that stuff. So we got a lot of money to spend, but we got to make the money first. And first things first is we don't even have enough money right now to buy the field. So that is step number one. I'm actually thinking we'll probably just cut the grass once. And we'll put a crop in it other than grass. So yeah, we'll just cut it one time, put that grass into the BGA, and then we'll put something, probably like I just said, maybe sunflowers in there. And we'll harvest some sunflowers and rotate the crop until we get enough cash in order to be able to afford a forage harvester and all that. But a forage harvester is going to be kind of expensive. And yes, I tend to buy my machinery. So yeah, we're going to need like $500,000 for the harvester and of course a header to go ahead and cut up the corn. But other than that, we got everything else that we need, so it's just a matter of getting the harvester. But it shouldn't really take us too long to get the cash, because right now we're just barely short of buying the property. I think it's 180 grand. Of course, we got 175, and of course now we got a few amount of fields here to help bring in the cash. And of course, we do have the animals like the cows doing milk, and then we got 2 chicken coops doing eggs. And of course we got the sheep just recently, so everything's looking good. Yeah, I do have a lot of money to spend on this farm right now. We might even buy that, if you saw my Pacific Northwest series, preview series I'm kind of doing, the 48 Chevy flatbed. I like that mod so much, we're probably going to end up buying that truck for here and using that flatbed for the pallets for the chickens and the sheep, and probably get rid of that little tiny trailer that we do have. Just that with the truck, it'd be just a little bit easier to transport. It's just that we'll just have to bring a pallet fork with us to unload. Or if I get really tired of doing the pallet fork, use the heavy lift mod and just lift them off the flat bed and set pallets that way. But I'm going to try to do it with the pallet fork from now on. We're actually filling up with quite a bit of soybeans, aren't we? But that's good. The more the merrier. As the crop duster goes overhead. So right now I don't have any plans for the near future for buying the forest back, even though National Forest was asking if we would like to buy it back and maintain it ourselves. And I think we did quite a bit of forestry work in the beginning of the series, so that's why I decided to kind of go the other route and do some chaff. And since we are here, kind of right by the trailer and all the tractors, let's go ahead and put the pipe out. Yep, I would leave my machinery running because I'm that trustworthy of everything. The Case Puma still has narrow tires on it, so let's grab the T8. We don't need GPS, guidance steering on. Which way was that trailer facing? It should be, no, it's facing this way, okay. And like I also said, I would like to change out the silo for a drive-through silo. So yeah, a lot of things that now I have a lot of plans of how exactly I want to do this farm, and now it's just a matter of I need the cash. We need the cash. I should just double check on the soybeans. Yeah, $8.95. We're gonna have tons of canola to sell in a couple days. Well, probably next episode because we got a couple fields of canola to go. So I mean, I already got 70,000 liters of canola, and it's going for $7.40. So I have to keep track of that price and see what it's doing. But we'll probably sell these soybeans straight up. Alright, let's get back to harvesting. Actually, before I keep continuing, so I can kind of get an idea of what I need to do for the rest of this field. Well, looking at it, it does not need lime, and it does not need to be plowed. So, that's great. So this evening, we can... That's why I got the time speed at ×1, because I do want to get this field harvested today and replanted today, just to try to get it off the cycle from the other fields and separate our fields just a little bit, so they're not already on the same in-game day. Yep, so our plan, actually this episode, as well you can see already, we're harvesting the soybeans. We'll sell us some soybeans. And we'll start seeding this field as well. And I probably am going to put sunflowers in here. Just that by getting the forage harvester going up there or whatever. And that is a pretty big field. So after we convert it from grass over to an arable crop, obviously we'll make more money by another field, another crop. This is more money per cycle. But once we get it over to corn and chaff and selling that, we should be making enough money to maybe eventually buy a cotton harvester or a beet harvester, and it allows us to do more different kind of crops around here. And that's what I'm kind of hoping to do, kind of mix up a little bit, because right now we're just stuck in a cycle of, I hate to say, harvesting the same 5 crops we're kind of just doing, which is canola, soybean, sunflower, wheat, barley, oats. Well, I guess maybe it's 6 crops. Although I did plant corn over there, so maybe it's actually 7 crops. I don't know. It doesn't seem like I don't have that many choices sometimes. That's why I think some of the modern maps that do multi-fruit, it gives you a lot more options. It's just to mix it up a little bit. So we'll try to, like I said, expand the farm, get some more money, and maybe mix up what kind of crop choices we have. But a beet harvester may not be a bad thing, because we could get into pigs, but that's way off in the that's way off into the future on this farm because, yeah, it's going to take just a few episodes just to get that field up there being able to do corn chaff or maize chaff. Corn, maize, whatever you like to call it. I have just unloaded into our Joskin trailer. The trailer is just about full, and we're just about done with this field as well. So in total we should get at least around $30,000 for this yield, if the price hasn't dropped at all. But playing at 1 times the speed, if it is dropping, it's not dropping by much. But we will have one full trailer and plus this extra bit that we have here. The trailer may not be completely full. It looks almost full. It's probably like 95% full. But you get what I'm saying. It's close enough. Yeah, so we should get up to about 200 grand this evening before we spend $180,000 on that field. I already called the owner of that field right now saying, yeah, let's get the paperwork done this evening. After I make a sale, I should have enough cash to pay for it in full. He likes that idea. I like that idea. No loans. I don't want no more loans on this map. And I would actually like it when we finally do pack up and leave Mercury Farms and go wherever it could be, that we don't take a loan out on that map either. So it looks like we might end up with about, what, 4,000 more liters? By the time I'm said and done here. I wonder if that will fit in the trailer. I doubt it, but I don't think the trailer could take another 4,000. But we'll go ahead and sell this soybean right away just to get the cash. And then, yeah, we'll put some sunflower into this field. Can I get this in one pass? Of course not. Of course not. And at some point, you know, I would like to change out the silo that we have. It's not a big expense because we'll be selling the one that we have. We just got to put up one to move everything over, like the hay, the straw, and the silage. So I'll probably lose maybe, let's see, they're like, what, 50 grand for those? So I might lose something like 20 grand in the process. I think you lose 40% of placeables when selling them. Let's see, I don't expect you to take too much. I would love it if you would take all of it in a way, but of course not. Alright, so did anyone see where the soybeans were going? The livestock market. So let's get on going to the livestock market. We'll actually cut down through this side road here instead of going to the main road. So there's our field of canola that is ready for harvest. Let's not tip over our load here because that'd be the worst thing. I'm surprised they haven't got to the point in Farm Sim, and I'm waiting for someone to come up with a mod that if you were to tip the trailer over, that the grain just goes everywhere. I mean, logs fall out, right? But I think, it's been a while since I don't think I've done it in a long time. If you reset your trailer with grain in it, I think you lose the grain that's in the back of the trailer. As I say, is traffic turned on? I haven't seen a car yet. There we go. I'm like, Mercury Farms is not one for no traffic. And there's our other canola field that's ready for harvest. Let's not run into a light post. Should have my beacons on, flashers on. But since I actually drive faster than the traffic itself, why would I? So this should get us up, I would assume, over $200,000. Because this, we got 31,000 liters and it's going for like 900 per, so should be no problem there. 27,769. And we still got a couple thousand liters to go. I could just put that into the silo and not worry about making another trip and just replant the field, which is something I might do. Well, here's the rest of our soybeans from the harvester, 2,600 liters. I just realized I probably had some. Did I have some? I had another 2,000 in storage. Oh well. It's all fine. Should have loaded it up and brought it up with me because it definitely made the trip a little bit better worth it for sure. Can I sneak through here? Hopefully. It's a little snug. Alright, let's park the harvester away for the night. Leave the header right on it because it's going to be busy tomorrow with our 2 canola fields. It's good enough. I probably should have put the header down, take the weight off the combine, but it's good for now. So the seed drill should be all set up for sunflower. Put her on down. Turn it on. And turn this field over as quickly as that. So the bank account looks good now, doesn't it? 200 grand, but as we all know in Farming Sim, that is peanuts. I like saying peanuts. Don't know why. But yeah, so it's not a whole lot, and we're about to spend the majority of it. The good news is we'll have another 20 grand sitting in the bank account, at least. But we'll make enough money overnight from the rabbits and the greenhouses, which I probably should check on the greenhouses to make sure they're going to be okay for a while. And also looking at the stats, I don't think I cleaned out the animals today, but then again, it is late in the day, so maybe they just got that messy. But yeah, let's hurry up and get this field reseeded so we can go sign some papers, buy another piece of land. It is a decent sized field, I will say that. So yes, it's going to be a nice addition to the farm for sure. But I do want to get this field replanted before the evening hours, just so that's on a different growth stage than the other the other 2 big fields that we have. So let's get this field planted. will say this, usually when we plant this field, when I get halfway done, usually the weeds start showing up somewhere. Of course, I probably should have said nothing because we're not quite done yet, but it's nice to see that the weeds haven't started popping up in the middle of the field here and there. But we are just about done. We got about another hour of daylight, so plenty of time to get some more things done. Well, not a whole lot done, but we just need to finish up this field. Kind of put some of our stuff away. And then go do some paperwork and purchase whatever field number that is up there by the BGA. And like I said, we're probably just going to harvest the grass once and then swap it out. But maybe we'll harvest the grass and wait to see how much money I get from all this canola. So we got canola in those two fields, and we got corn down in our new small field, if you will. And I kind of forgot how many eggs our chickens have, but we can also probably sell some eggs, so it may not be too far off from getting the forage harvester. We'll start making some cash by selling silage at the BGA. And eventually, maybe use some of the digestate. We can either take the digestate and use that on the fields, and I know I just also just clicked to my brain that we were going to see if I could sell the digestate. The problem is, the only way for me to find out if I can is I have to put it into a tanker and drive it down. I would assume to the garden center is one place that might take it. But usually digestate shows up on the sales page and it does not. And if I can't sell it, then that means I got a tanker with digestate into it and I don't have no place to put it. I do have one small little patch right ahead of me I want to get before I turn my seeder off and finish up. It's right there in front of the tractor. Perfect. Let's put this away for the night as well. Yeah, so for the main farm here, I want to change out the silo to make a drive-through. I need to put up another shed for our bigger trailers. So I need to figure out the layout of this little land that we have right here. I'm also thinking that we might get rid of the Joskin trailer. And we could go with a bigger trailer. Just that we're starting to get more fields. So, like, I mean, right now I got like 70,000 liters of canola, and that's like a couple trips with the Joskin trailer. And of course, with all the canola, like in this field, that's almost a couple trailer loads. So we could actually go with a bigger trailer. I hate to say. I don't know, but let's file some paperwork here. So the field does need to be plowed, so let's go ahead. This field right here. Yes, we want to buy that field. Hey, now we own a nice big grass field up here. We got plenty of grass here, though, for our animals. But speaking of our no, I don't want to sell that. There we go. How are they doing on the eggs? Yeah, okay, so we didn't sell them that long ago, but really, we probably got about 2.5 pallets worth here-ish. Oh, so I still got 25 grand, not bad. These chickens have about almost 3.5 pallets. So that is quite a bit of money, because remember, we used to just have 4 pallets per. Then we bought some more pallets, so we probably got somewhere right around $50,000-$60,000 worth of eggs. And of course, our sheep. Probably should have checked after I slept through the night, but yeah, we probably got about 10,000 liters, and really, but the price of wool, that's the wrong page, The wool on hard economy kind of sucks. 500 is about usually the average medium price. I think I've seen it I don't think I've seen it over near $600 yet, so that kind of sucks. So we'll be making our money off milk, but you know what? We'll be, the sheep will be reproducing. We'll get money that way at some point when we sell the farm. Of course, we'll sell the animals. I think we started with like 30 or 40 some odd sheep. Where's our sheep? Yeah, so we already got a couple sheep, so that's a couple grand, but you know, we did spend a lot of money on the shed and all that, so it's going to take a while to get our money back on the sheep. If we do, we do. We don't, we don't. It just gives us something else to take care of and gives us something else to do when they get time for selling some wool pallets and all that. Yeah, I did want to check. I know we're jumping around here just a bit, but I need to jump up here, not on a cow. How are the greenhouses doing? Whoa, kind of low. Yeah, so it looks like next episode, when we sleep through the night, we'll have to take care of the greenhouses. They're going to need manure, and of course they're going to need water. We need to take care of our animals because they're rather filthy right now. And of course we got our canola fields. These two fields here, this one and this one. And the cornfield will be ready to turn. We got weeds and... what did I plant there? Wheat. So we got weeds there, and of course we have a new grass field at some point. No rush to get up there and cut it and bring it to the BGA just yet. It's just a matter of see how our money situation goes. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on Mercury Farms. But until then, have a good one.